Hardship as divine redirection. The disappointment was a cold stone in my gut. The rejection letter, the third this month, lay on the kitchen table, a stark white indictment of my failure. I felt it then, the old, familiar whisper, "This is punishment. You failed him, so he's rejecting you." The four walls of my apartment, once a sanctuary, felt like a prison cell I'd been assigned to for my inadequacies. I was in exile, carried far from the land of answered prayers and fulfilled dreams. I slumped to the floor, my back against the cabinets, and the words came out as a choked plea. "Why does it feel like you're pulling me down? Why does it all feel like a no?" My Bible was on the counter, left open from a more dutiful morning. I hadn't really been reading it. I'd been performing. Now, desperate, I pulled it onto my lap. My eyes fell not on a psalm of comfort, but on the prophet Jeremiah. A letter to the exiles, people who hadn't just lost a job opportunity, but their entire homeland. Their punishment I'd always thought was deserved. But the words were all wrong. "I have sent you into exile for your good." I read it again. My breath caught. Sent. Not "I have allowed you to be taken." Not "I am punishing you with." Sent. An active, purposeful word. A word with a destination. The cold stone of disappointment began to dissolve. Not because my circumstances changed, but because my lens did. It was a grace, a sheer, unearned gift of sight, dropped into my spirit in that moment on the cold linoleum floor. I received it not by mustering up enough positive thinking, but by a weary, willing surrender. "Okay, God, show me. Let me see it." And the grace came. It was like a key turning in a lock deep inside me. The hardship wasn't a sign of his rejection. It was the evidence of his redemptive hand. My displacement wasn't a prison sentence, it was a mission. He had sent me here, into this exact circumstance for my good, to strip away the pride that built on success, to force me to rely on a vision larger than my own. His eyes were on me, not in stern judgment, but with fierce, purposeful love. He was building something in the quiet, in the hidden place, something that could only be constructed with the materials of humility and trust. The rejection letter was still on the table. The circumstances hadn't changed, but I had. A new heart was being transplanted into my chest, one that saw his discipline not as a wall, but as a path that, step by difficult step, was turning me and leading me back to him. Completely,